I'm so excited for this video because I'm in London, and London is my hometown. It's where I grew up, it's where I've lived all my life. This is the full-on English breakfast fry-up. This is Notting Hill Carnival. It's a celebration of Caribbean culture, music, food. Football is a huge sport in England.
Up the Chels.
Curry is a much-loved tradition in London. Are you a fish and chip Friday guy?
Absolutely, it's a religious observance.
Flaky fish, you got crispy skin. My favourite thing in an afternoon tea, the scone. Just look how beautiful that is. It's also the season for rooftop cocktail bars. This is why I love London. Look at the beautiful sky.
Notting Hill Carnival, out here, 2023, love.
I'm so excited for this video because I'm in London, and London is my hometown. It's where I grew up, it's where I've lived all my life. It's a great city, it's absolutely massive, there's so much to do and see, very diverse and multicultural. I've always loved living in this city, so I can't wait to show you London through my eyes. I'm very excited for today. I'm going to be visiting some of the famous historical sites which have really defined London and its history. So we are here at the London Roman Wall, and this is where it all began for London. It was founded by the Romans in the year 50 BC, and they created a settlement along the River Thames, and they called it Londinium. Right in front of the Roman Wall, you've got the Tower of London. It was built in 1066 by William the Conqueror and the Normans when they conquered England. Today it holds the crown jewels. It's an amazing building in London. Next up, we've got Buckingham Palace. This is one of the royal residences here in London. The first British sovereign who actually moved into the palace was Queen Victoria back in 1837. You've actually got a statue of her in front of the palace. This is the iconic Trafalgar Square in the heart of London. I used to absolutely love coming to this square when I was a kid, especially because of the huge giant lion statues. You've also got Nelson's column on the square. So Nelson defeated the French and Spanish navies in the Battle of Trafalgar when Napoleon wanted to invade Great Britain, so it's incredibly iconic. So this is Westminster Abbey, one of the oldest churches in London. Lots of the royal weddings have taken place in Westminster Abbey, like the famous William and Kate who got married here. This is Westminster Bridge, and from the bridge you've got some really amazing views of some of the most emblematic monuments in London. You've got the famous Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. This is where the British government sits. The Houses of Parliament are also really famous for the failed gunpowder plot in 1605 when Guy Fawkes tried to blow it up, failed attempt. So every 5th of November we celebrate Bonfire Night here in London in all the parks. When you come to London, you have to have the traditional English breakfast, also known as the fry-up. The best place that you can have it is a really simple, down-to-earth, greasy spoon cafe. This one's 15 minutes from my house, the Electric Cafe. Dates back to the 1900s. They just do English breakfasts, typical style, wipe down tables, Heinz tomato ketchup in squeezy bottles. And this is the perfect way to start your day in London. Right, so this is the full-on English breakfast fry-up. You've got your sausage, crispy salty bacon, black pudding, grilled tomato, mushrooms, Heinz baked beans. It's got to be Heinz. And then you've got your bubble, cider toast and hash browns. Got to have your traditional HP brown sauce and your ketchup too. Just look at that perfect egg, and I love how the yolk just goes everywhere. Then you've got your bubble, proper traditional part of the English fry-up, like a mashed potato with herbs. Got to have it with some Heinz baked beans. That is delicious. Black pudding, essentially pork, blood sausage. Everybody across Great Britain loves the fry-up. Doesn't matter who you are. I don't know anyone who doesn't like it, really. And then of course, got to wash down the English breakfast with an English breakfast tea. This is honestly my favourite breakfast. I am unapologetically British when it comes to my breakfast choices. It's so good. The buses of London have been red since the early 1900s. So back then you had several rival companies that owned bus fleets, and the biggest one, which owned the majority of buses, decided to basically paint them all red so that they would stand out from the rest of their rivals, and then that kind of just stuck. So now they are one of the most iconic London symbols around the world. I'm in Sloane Square, which is at the heart of an area in London called Chelsea. I really like this area, especially for some shopping. So you've got the King's Road, which has some great shops and independent boutiques. It's a really great area in London. It's more upmarket and kind of higher end, posher vibes, but still a great place to come. If you want to do some shopping, you want to get some coffee or have a drink, there's so many places here to check out, and I've always loved this part of London. Whenever I come to the King's Road, I love coming to the Ivy for afternoon tea. This is another amazing British tradition that's very popular here in London and the rest of the UK. So you've got the savoury section, which are finger sandwiches, and then you've got another section of sweet treats, which are little cakes. Then you've got the very traditional scones, which are absolutely amazing. I'm going to start with the savoury section, very typical smoked salmon and cream cheese filling. This has got to be the most traditional finger sandwich, which has got cucumber in it, because the Brits absolutely love cucumber. So good. This is what I'm so excited for. My favourite thing in an afternoon tea, the scone. So, massive British debate here about whether you should call it a scone or a scone. Personally, I've always called it a scone. You can judge me how you see fit. Either way, it's absolutely incredible. So, you open up, you've got two sides. Now, what you put inside the scone is super important. You've got beautiful strawberry preserve and the famous clotted cream. You can't ever have too much clotted cream. Just look how beautiful that is. And then go in with the strawberry jam. Delicious. It would not be an afternoon tea without, of course, your beautiful tea. I mean, the origins of afternoon tea are not even that old. I think it dates back to around 1800. And then it ended up becoming a lavish affair, which everybody loves to do now. It's just a very sociable and delicious thing to do. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online community where you can learn lots of new skills, and it's really helped me on my journey as a content creator. I've used Skillshare to improve my video editing skills. They have so many classes from beginner level right up to advanced level. So I enrolled myself in some of these, and it's really taken my editing to a whole new level. I get a lot of questions asking me how to become a content creator, give me some tips, and I think Skillshare is a really great place to get started. On Skillshare, you have so many options to learn different skills, everything from video editing, animation, illustration, also just soft skills like time management or starting a business. So I think it's really, really great if you're looking to get started as a content creator and you're looking to learn new skills. The first 1,000 people to use my link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So click on that link below, strengthen your creativity, and find that new skill today. Summer in London is my favourite time. I'm in London Bridge at the moment, and it's a Thursday night, which means everybody's out and about, and it's also the season for rooftop cocktail bars. I'm heading to one now. It's my favourite. I'm super excited to show you. This is the Doubletree Hilton Hotel in Tower Bridge, and at the top is what is, in my opinion, London's best kept secret, Savage Garden. It's an amazing rooftop bar. They do delicious cocktails, and it's got amazing views of some of London's best monuments like the Tower of London and the Shard. All right, quite the names for cocktails. Bloody Roses, Crown Jewels. We're very close to the Tower of London. I think I'm gonna have to go for the Bloody Roses because I love rose and it has rose essence. Basically, it has my name written all over it. Okay, thank you very much. Juicy, sweet, really, really nice cocktail. Oh my gosh, that's actually really good. You have an amazing view of all of the iconic monuments in the City of London, like the Gherkin, the Walkie-Talkie, the Shard. It's such a stunning night. This is why I love London. Look at the beautiful sky. Like summer in London, it's just a different vibe completely to the winter. Fish and chips, Britain's favourite takeaway. There are over 10,000 chip shops in the country. That means for everyone Mackie D's, you've got around 8 chippies. Now, what are the requirements for an amazing fish and chip experience? 1, it's got to be piping hot. 2, the batter on the fish has to be crispy on the outside, the fish has to be flaky on the inside. 3, the chips, they've got to be fat chips, none of this French fries business. 4, it's got to be doused in salt and vinegar. And lastly, it's got to be wrapped in paper and eaten outside, come rain or shine. And this is my favourite, Ken's Fish Bar, one of the best chippies in London, in my opinion. Hi. Can I get cod and chips, please?
For sure.
Are you a fish and chip Friday guy?
Absolutely. It's a religious observance.
A religious observance, I like that. Cod and chip?
Cod and chips, yes.
Cod and chips.
Yes. Although I do like a bit of tartar sauce.
Yeah, tartar, yeah.
And a gherkin.
Mushy peas or no mushy peas?
On occasions.
On occasion, oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Perfect place for a plate.
Thank you. Wow, we've got to get loads of salt. Douse it in vinegar. You can never have too much vinegar.
I've only got one thing to say. Thank God for Ken.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Oh my God, smells amazing. I cannot wait to eat it. So excited. This is what I love about fish and chips. Just find a bench right next to the chippy, flaky fish. You got crispy skin. Really, really fat vinegar dripping chips. Way better than French fries. Come on now. So, if you come to London, don't forget Fish and Chips Fridays. I'm in Shoreditch in East London. There's lots of really cool street art in this area and bars, clubs, cafes. I mean, it's a great place to come out in London. It's also a very arty and creative part of the city. You've got a lot of London creatives that come here, and then, you know, you've got lots of cool little art galleries and exhibitions going on. This gallery is called The Autograph, and it's a gallery that specialises in photography. It's really homegrown London talent from ethnic minorities, so I'm going to go check it out. This is what I love about London, the fact that you have the freedom to use art and creativity as a form of activism. And it's a series of photographs which essentially celebrates Black queer bodies. So an exhibition like this is really powerful because it challenges dominant stereotypes of gender, masculinity, and sexuality. This art gallery is called Doyle Wham and it's on the 3rd floor of this building.
So we're Doyle Wham, I'm the Doyle, and we're a contemporary African photography gallery, which was established in 2020 but opened here in 2022.
So you're focusing more on African art?
African photography.
Photography, so it's only photography. They're very powerful. I love like all the brickworks and stuff, but was it a former factory?
Yes, it was built in like 1896 or something, and it's an all-creative building, so downstairs is a perfume maker. And to follow up that, it was like an architect and an interior designer, so it's always been a creative space.
Yeah, this is a very cool project of yours.
Thank you.
Well, it's a typical summer London day. I'm in Peckham in southeast London, and this neighbourhood really shows how diverse London areas are. This place had a pretty bad rep in the 80s and 90s, but like many places in London, gentrification has really changed the face of Peckham. You now have loads of hip new bars and restaurants, but what's really cool is that you still have the authenticity, which has been around forever. Loads of stores selling cheap fruit and veg from around the world, loads of hair and nail salons. So it's a really diverse area of London where you have the new amongst shops and markets which boast decades of heritage. This rooftop bar in southeast London in Peckham is really cool. It's basically the rooftop of a car park. Everyone comes here, especially when it's a clear evening like today in London in summer. We've just got an amazing view of the London skyline, so you can just see the city and all of the really cool buildings in London. This area in London, Peckham, has become very trendy, so there's a lot of nightlife here, a lot of cool bars and restaurants. That's what I love about London as well. You just find these spots, everyone, especially in summer, just having a drink, having a laugh. Just like really, really London vibes.
Up the Chels! Up the Chels!
Football is a huge sport in England. I'd say it's a national sport. All the Brits love watching football. This weekend is huge. It's the first weekend kicking off the Premier League season. I'm in Chelsea at the moment, and today Chelsea are playing Liverpool, so there are loads of fans everywhere packing out the pubs, watching it with their friends and their family. The stadium's right here. I'm not going to be watching the game at the stadium, but I'm going to be finding a pub and watching in a pub. It's a very typical thing to do on a Sunday in London.
Blue is the colour, football is the game, we're all together, winning is our aim.
Pint of Peroni, please. You can't beat the vibe of coming to a pub in London and watching your favourite team playing football. Everyone here obviously is supporting Chelsea. Are you guys for Chelsea?
There you go.
Are you guys for Chelsea?
He's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah? Oh no, Liverpool scored. There's a bit of attention now because it's 1-1, so let's hope Chelsea win.
Moved on here for Chilwell!
Such a good game. I mean, in the end it was 1-1, so it was a bit disappointing for Chelsea, but that's football for you. If you come to London and you're here, you know, when they're one of the games, I definitely recommend getting yourself to one of the London pubs, come and watch a game, soak up the atmosphere. One of the best things to do when you're in London. Curry is a much-loved tradition in London, and the Brits' love of curry goes back a really long time in this country. But it was after World War II that you saw a lot of Indian takeaways and restaurants opening up because you had a huge number of South Asians migrating to the UK. Tooting Broadway, in my opinion, is the best place to come if you want an authentic curry experience. The whole of Tooting High Street, which is also nicknamed Curry Corridor, is absolutely lined with loads of Indian and Pakistani restaurants, curry houses. These mangoes, where are they from?
From Pakistan.
From Pakistan. So the mango season is now, right?
Yeah, mango season is now.
And everyone buying them?
Yeah, a lot of people love to buy. They are very sweet mangoes.
What's your favourite curry house in Tooting?
At Dawat restaurant.
That's where we're going now.
Yeah, that's the
Dawat.
best one. Yeah.
Best one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going there now. Chicken tikka masala, chicken korma, and the garlic naan, thank you. Try the chicken korma first. A milder curry, it's a sauce and base of yogurt, but it's got that real creamy consistency. Oh my gosh, that's so good. The iconic curry here in Britain, the chicken tikka masala, a base of tomato sauce, the spices and the fresh herbs they use just make it so flavoursome. Ooh, that's hot. I had to get a lamb curry too, so this is a lamb karahi. Again, it's a beautiful tomato sauce with spices. Absolute perfection. So now you know, if you come to London, come to Tooting, find a curry house, have a curry, you will not regret it. What a lot of people don't know about London is that it's a city filled with canals and little waterways like this one. It's so beautiful on a day like today to do one of these canal walks. I'm doing one starting in Little Venice and then going all the way to Regent's Park.
Negativity is getting closer. How to keep the heat when it gets colder.
Regent's Canal was built back in the 1820s. Back in those days, the canals were very much strategic, used to transport goods to other parts of England. Now they're very much used for leisure purposes, and actually a lot of them are people's homes. I can only imagine how cool it would be to live on one of these boats on the canal. All along this canal, you've got these gorgeous, huge white mansions. They're absolutely stunning. This is absolutely prime real estate. Hi. It's a nice boat. This particular canal route that I'm taking is very, very peaceful, and I think it's still very much a local life here in London. This is also a great location because right along Regent's Canal you have London's Regent's Park, which is beautiful and it's huge, and you've also got London Zoo, so you've got lots of places that you can hit up on a summer's day, very close to one another. This is Regent's Park. It's one of London's many parks and it's absolutely gorgeous. Park life is so amazing in London, especially in summer. Everybody comes to the parks, plays sports, picnics, strolling. That's something that's so amazing about the city of London. It's so green. Thank you. This is my favourite thing about coming to the park. It is getting a 99p flake, although they're not 99p anymore, of course. So this is very cool. If you want to, you can just get a little paddling boat and paddle around the lake, or you can just chill out like everybody else and just watch the sunset. It's beautiful. This is my favourite part of Regent's Park. It's the rose garden, and in summer all of the roses are in bloom. So they've got so many different colours. You just get this gorgeous smell of roses. By far my favourite part of the park. There's no better way to end the summer day than coming to Primrose Hill, right next to Regent's Park, and it has a prime view of the city. So on a beautiful evening like today, it's a really good place to come. The view from the top of Primrose Hill is stunning. You can see the whole of the London skyline. It's a very local spot, and on a night like tonight when it's 25 degrees at 9 p.m. in the night, it's not even dark yet. It is just such a unique feeling. Like, this is why I love summer in London. This is Notting Hill Carnival, Europe's biggest street festival. 2 million people all in the streets of Notting Hill. Everyone's in the party mood, and it's got so much history. I mean, this goes back to the 1950s in London. There was a huge migration of Caribbeans to London after World War II. It's a celebration of Caribbean culture, music, food, outfits, and communities coming together. It's a great London day. I'm heading to the crowds now because I want to catch the parade.
The legendary of Jamaica. Let's go. This is where soca started from. Solo calypso. Let's go. Feeling rumba the yes, I'm here. It's true. I love you.
This road is full of food stalls all down the road, all of them selling typical Caribbean cuisine.
Notting Hill Carnival, we're out here, 2023, love.
Are you all making the traditional food from Jamaica?
From Jamaica. Jamaica, we said feed it. Jamaica. All the way. Jamaica. We have our corn, our jerk chicken, or like marinated.
Thank you. So you got rice, you got beans, jerk chicken, plantain. Honestly, that sauce is something else, really. Proper tangy sauce. Well, I really, really hope that you have enjoyed this video on London. It's very personal to me because this is my home city. Ending it on a high at the most incredible event that this city has, Notting Hill Carnival. London is just so multicultural, so diverse, so much fun, and it's really shaped me to be the person I am today. Someone who loves to travel around the world, someone who loves to meet people from around the world. So I hope you loved it.
What you drinking? So what? So what? So what? So what?